Welcome to the Federal Tyres Series X3 Invitational Cup as part of the Shannons National round at 2017 right here at Queensland Raceway. Fantastic field of cars right from throughout the country, and what a crackerjack field it was.
I just love the close racing, the little bits and pieces that you can do to the cars, just make it a lot of fun to drive.
Oh, it has. I mean, to have a national series now almost, and have these cars on a Shannons Nationals program, obviously Cam's thinks highly enough of us to have us here. And to have a one-off nationals is great as well. There's one come out at Wakefield Park at the end of the year, so the category's just come on in leaps and bounds, and I'm really proud to be involved in it.
Oh, just seeing today at QR, first time we've all sort of been out on the track, and there's only a few seconds separating, the top guys, the top fast guys, down to the guys down the back of the field. It's going to be a great weekend for racing up here.
It'll be super close. Queensland Raceway, typically for one-mate categories like this, tends to breed that close competition. So I think come qualifying, you'll probably see the cars be very, very evenly matched.
Well, qualifying would see the Queenslanders using their local knowledge to put themselves on the first couple of rows, but I can tell you something, the Victorians and a host of other drivers really come to grips with the Queensland circuit very quickly. Well, look at the pace they were all travelling at. It's no wonder that we talk about these guys, but it was Batholomew, Parrish and Giblin from Queensland topping out the top three spots.
The track actually doesn't have too much grip at the moment, so finding it a bit taily and stuff like that, but just trying to find a happy medium with the balance of the car, and the boys are getting on top of it. We've just made a couple more tweaks for the next race, but qualifying was good, mate.
Yeah, good. We had an initial setup that we thought was all good, then I thought the tyres went a bit off, so we come in, let them down, and away we went again. I wasn't really that happy with it, but we pushed it hard and we got there in the end, so P2, great.
So the car felt really strong, still a little bit of setup work we got to do to the car. Other than that, car feels strong, just all the little finessey stuff that we got to work out now.
Race 1 highlights now coming your way, and what a crackerjack affair this was. I tell you, 2 and 3 wide on most corners. You can see here Sean Beggs from the Chubby Wombat Motorsport team having a red-hot crack through the field. Here's young Jay Robotham. That's going to be a name to remember right throughout this broadcast. What a talented young fella this guy is. And he really did come to grips with this circuit. Zach Hudson, another one of the guys that really did a great job here at this, uncommon circuit for a lot of the guys. You can see a lot of the Queenslanders who don't normally see Queensland Raceway running nice and deep. Look at Batholomew, how deep he went under brakes then. Him and the car at Giblin going side by side. Here is Robotham now, showing his pace. Look at how quickly these cars adapted to the circuit. There is that very quick man, Batholomew. And Robotham going at it, the rest of the field making their way through the back of, that's turn number 3. Caden Olsen doing a great job here up the inside of Peasy in the supercar. And Caden Olsen, another one of the young Queenslanders who shows such a great degree of pace. Frank Mamarella, one of the fastest panel beaters in Queensland, and it really is a case of hasn't he come to grips with this category so quickly. Well, cannot talk about the pace of these guys as much as look at the lock-up. How intense is this the battle between these drivers as they really found the edge of tyre wear and also tyre adhesion throughout this very torrid 12-lap affair. Batholomew now, Robotham trying to find a way past, and no way in the world was Batholomew going to give him any room, but they're going to go 3 wide down into turn number 3. And this young fella, all the way from interstate, showing another young Queenslander, a very clean set of heels, but it was local knowledge for Batholomew, the switchback. Back on the inside, there was nothing that Robotham could do about the pace of the young Queenslander. Race 1 was Batholomew from Giblin, from Robotham, Ashley Wright from Victoria as well, and Daniel Peasy rounding out the top 5.
3 wide into a corner, and to be able to pull it off and come out 3 wide as well, it just shows how hard and clean the racing is, so yeah, really good. A shout out to Jay and Ash, little Jay mate, he's only 14 years old, and I've just had one of the toughest races I've ever had in my racing career, and I've been racing for probably 6 or 7 years now, so to see that he's only 14 years old and going that hard is quite great.
Yeah, when we first come here, I just had a look at the layout, didn't really look too flash. I just thought it was six corners, nothing too hard, and then you go out there, it's a lot harder than you think. You have to late apex, you brake, it's pretty good.
Race 2 now, another great highlights package, and it's going to be the battle up front, as you can imagine, between the Fast and Furious 3 that were sitting in the front, but Donnelly will have a better run this time. Another one of the very talented Queenslanders who still finds a little bit of a twilight in his career running back in production cars. Very, very quick driver, and it was the Queenslanders again, but look at the sideways action as they come through. Brett Parrish finally find his way back through the field. He is a driver that has really been at the forefront of this category since it started. Mark Pryor in the middle there in his car, and here's Mark Goldspeak. Again, look at the dive down the inside. That was a hellishly quick move from the K&R plumbing car, and it's great to see him having a red hot crack. Here comes Parrish down the inside again, getting the job done. I'll tell you what, you cannot ask for many more. Look at the amount of leaning that's going on between the cars as they make their way through. Giblin, good run then up on Robotham, getting a great run, and considering the fact that he is one of the front runners in Queensland, here's young Daniel Peasy from the Zupa race team. This car, very capable car, in fact a championship winning car in previous locations. That car is a car to watch throughout this whole broadcast. Safety car comes out, and that's going to really cause the field to bunch up, and it's going to be a great run to the checkered flag. Green flag waved, away they go again. 2 and 3 wide into turn number 1, and here's the footage again from Richard Peasy. Look at this up on the inside. Dan Peasy, his cousin on the outside. Robotham in front of them. These guys are going to go to the flag locked together. What a great result. What a fantastic race number 2. Cam Batholomew from Jay Robotham, Daniel Peasy, Richard Peasy, and Maxim Eriksson honed in 5th.
Well, actually, the way we set the car up, we set the car up for the end of the race. So I was just trying to maintain the car as the race went along, and then the safety car come out, and then I just went hell for leather, kept my head down, didn't look through any of my mirrors or anything like that, looked up and had a decent gap at the end, but yeah mate, he'll be on. I'll tell you what, both the Slideways cars have had to come from the back of the grid this weekend, and they're thereabouts now, so that'll be on. It'll be quite interesting. Like you said, you got Jay and Righty there, and then Rich and Dan Peasy as well, mate. They like giving a bit of mungle, so yeah, it'll be on. We'll put a good show on, I'm sure.
Yeah, like it's still tough out there. Cars are coming on with the tyre. It's just wearing down a little bit more. We've slowly been adapting them all weekend, and it's finally coming to us, and we're punching out solid times. Richard's in the 31s, and we're 3rd and 4th, so we're happy.
Yeah, really good. Really good to showcase these little cars, show what they can do. You know, 30 plus cars on the grid and racing all the way up and down the field. I know that just in this garage, both yesterday and today, we've crossed the line within hundreds of a second of each other. So it's just fantastic racing. Good to be here with some nice quick cars, and good to have a crowd around to watch it.
Well, race 3 is going to see a whole lot of great racing. In fact, this man here, Caden Olsen, gets a fantastic start, and this will be only a few of the cars that he actually passes throughout the whole race. Well, again, look at the enormity of this field. Jay Robotham now has had to be a bit defensive as Batholomew slipped down the inside. Ross Street again. He's got it all happening in front of him, and of course this man here, Caden Olsen, passing yet another car. He is on the charge from the back of the bus. Great field of cars. Brett Parrish, another one of the guys who's come from well and truly behind the 8 ball this weekend and has raced his way towards the front of this pack. And it is this battle that we focused on all weekend. The 2 young fellas going at it. Parrish now up on the inside. He's come from nowhere off the back of this field to find himself up at the very pointy end of this field. Great drive by Brett Parrish, and a great drive by the rest of the field as well. Look at this. Some sideways action here as he finds himself on the outside. Robotham, look at this. Again, Batholomew a little sideways. Look for Robotham to go around the outside as he does. What a great bit of driving. The side by side. Again, as they head towards the flag, these guys are well and truly driving the wheels off these cars. The battle again in the middle of this pack for the minor honours is an absolute cracker as Caden Olsen passes another one. Maybe another 2 down the back. He was on a charge. Dave Wood in the middle of this battle as well. He come from the back of the bus. Olsen now, big dive on the brakes. Down the inside of Wood, the former improved production racer, finds himself at the wheel of the MTA-Q car here this weekend. Great drive from the rest of the field. Slater having a good drive. Oh, there he goes. Ashley Wright gets a little too deep and everybody blows up on the inside, and there's nothing to do about the pace of these guys. Look at this. Great drive here. That's Chris Donnelly, who finds himself in the middle of this battle as well. And they're side by side, the 2 yellow cars, as they make their way to the front straight. Look at this side by side action again. These guys have been racing beside each other all weekend, but Batholomew fakes him out. goes left, then goes right, dives down the inside, and there's nothing that Rowbotham can do about the pace of the Queenslander. And that's been really the complete weekend for these guys, and it has been a dominant display by Batholomew, who'll take his third win. Rowbotham home in second, third Parish, Ashley Wright and Max Ericsson rounds out the 5.
Yeah, it is. It's the best racing I've had in the XL Series. I've been racing in Victoria for 2.5 years, and for 2 years, and South Australia as well. And mate, this is the best racing I've had. And they are fantastic people up here in Queensland. They've welcomed us with open arms, and we've had a great weekend. Yeah, I'd like to thank my daughter Breezy for pit room number 1. She's awesome. She takes me to all the tracks and helps me out and all that sort of stuff. My wife for letting me do it, and of course the club and Brown Davis. They give me the car. They put me in the car and they let me drive it. And Petters Heidelberg, they turn all the spanners and get me where I am.
Yeah, we decided to come up here, see what we're like against the Queensland boys, and it's probably the best racing I've ever done. I've been to Victoria, Sydney, and South Australia, but Queensland's probably the best ever. So, and good racing with Cam. We're swapping places like every lap, and yeah, can't beat it. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Lanceville Bakery, Petters Heidelberg, Brown Davis, David Byrne, my dad and David Brown, and my teammate Ash Wright for everything he's done, and yeah, wouldn't be here without them.
Yeah, mate, it's on. Don't you worry. The category's only getting better and better, mate. I think there's actually 240 registered race XLs in Australia at the moment, mate. So like we said, we're trying to create the group a bit more, mate. It is bang for buck, just cheap motor racing, and Jay and myself this weekend, mate, we just had awesome fun. So yeah, been good. Yeah, thanks to Federal, mate. Series X3, the boys from Series X3, they've just put it on for us, mate. They're the people that are making it all possible. Yeah, big shout out to them. I also want to thank, again, Link Signs, Holly's Automotive, All Car Wholesale, Pertec, Northside Custom Exhaust, and all the family and friends that have come out to support me this weekend, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, our podium for the Queensland X3 Series Invitational, presented by Federal Tyres.
Well, there's only one thing left to say after that.
Oh, do it. Have fun. Give it a crack.
Just do it. Just do it. Just come on board, come on out, have a look at us, because you'll just get the bug for it.
Do it. Do it. Get in. Yeah, if you're thinking about going motorsport and you really want to go out and have fun, you don't have a massive budget, just do it. Find a car, buy a car, get in, do it if you're thinking about it.
If you want to come motor racing and you're starting off, or you want to get back into the sport, definitely come and have a look at the Series X3s. They're just a brilliant little category.
Well, thanks to Federal Tyres and Link Science for bringing this fantastic action from the Federal Tyres Series X3 Invitational Cup all the way here from Queensland Raceway.